Bayog Subanen United Leaders Incorporated, BSU. 2022 Programs and Services. In an effort to fortify the governance of Indigenous peoples communities, the National Commission Indigenous Peoples, NCIP, is pushing for the strengthening of ICCS/IPs by registering an Indigenous peoples organization. 11 Building Blocks Number 2, the Bayog Subanen United Incorporated was formed to fully cater to financial transactions for the ancestral domain. Bayog Subanen United Incorporated, BSU, was registered with Security and Exchange Commission, SEC. The Pixelabuk Ngakam de Bayog, PGB, is a traditional organization of the IPs. It is also the umbrella and governing body. It is composed of the Indigenous Political Structure Council of Elders. Mission and vision is to protect, preserve and empower the member of the tribes on the ancestral domain territory, environment and cultural practices, and their rights. To develop and harness the members' skills towards the development of the community through self-help and self-reliance. Bayog Subanen United Leaders Incorporated, BSU, Livelihood. The Philippine Fiber Industry Development Authority (PhilFIDA) conducted capacity building on training of trainers of abaca plantation and production. Through the facilitation of EcoWeb from Iligan City, trainees had an actual planting of abaca to mimic the actual plantation in accordance to proper distance. They were also trained for the technology and techniques on fiber harvesting and maintenance. Nursery for rubber seedlings, fruit trees, and coffee for distribution to the farmers. Capacity building training on rubber production was conducted by Ancestral Domain Management for farmers in partnership with the Philippine Rubber Research Institute, a research arm of Department of Agriculture on rubber production. Vegetable gardens were also encouraged. Tours were also given to the beneficiaries to learn free-range chicken management. In partnership with the Department of Trade and Industry, DTI, BSU provided business kits to tribal members in the ancestral domain. Women's Association for Small Medium Business Enterprise. Motorcycles for IP leaders. BSU Education. "21 students NCIP scholars with BSU counterpart. 1 P&O student regular scholar. 9 regular student scholar." School supplies and food pack was distributed to students through BSU/PGB in partnership with TVI Resources Development Philippines Inc. DEPED Bayog IP Summit. BSU Customs and Tradition Capacity Development. Regular meetings are also conducted to IPs and IP leaders for updates and resolve whatever issues arises. Capacity and development training for IP leaders was also provided. Even before the Subanen ancestral domain in Bayog Subanen del Sur is actively engaged with the government by hosting Convergence NTF 70 LCAT conference for regional and provincial line agencies with the talking points of peace and ending the existence of terrorist groups. In the dialogue, Governor Victor Yu committed to address gaps of economic development and social services to achieve peace, especially to the areas of indigenous cultural communities of Subanen DEPED Bayog IP Summit. The NCIP Subanen del Sur also validated the leaders if they were leader by blood, history, or Galo. Boundary conflict resolution was also conducted, and Timue Lucinio Manda spoke before his counterpart to the ancestral domain in Sumbawanga del Norte, particularly in Sion. The NCIP personnel used the map to determine the boundary, and it was agreed both Bayog, Sumbawanga del Sur, and Sion, Sumbawanga del Norte, based on their self-determination, is at the Big Rock located between two ancestral domains, and the marker will be placed later. BSU infrastructure. Function hall construction and completion. Admo building construction and completion. Nursery homes. Warehouse. BSU personal services. BSU Social Development. Leadership and personality training was also provided. Barangay AD inclusion. Youth development activity was also given. Representations. Safety equipment was also provided. BSU Indigenous People Structure Documentation. BSU IPS Validation. BSU Data Gathering. BSU Historical Accounts. BSU Finalization. BSU Ancestral Domain Delineation. PDT meetings. Stakeholders consultation.